So, it's November 1st. That means tapos na yung October. Tapos na yung birthday month ko. And apparently, yes, birthday month ko siya kasi hindi ako pinagbigyan ng market. Pero it's okay. Lalaban pa rin naman natin yung October. So, I didn't get a good performance this October. Pero at least a little bit of like break even. And ngayon share natin kung kamusta ba yung naging performance natin this October. But, yeah, let's see. So, right now, dito tayo ngayon sa New Zealand. Charot! Dito sa Pilipinas lang to. Yan, sa Antipolo. Yan, ang pakaganda. And gamit ko to, in-order ko from Shopee. Ayan yung kamay ko, may mga pasapa kasi nagpa-check up ako. Anyway, so, tuwing hapon kasi nag-walking tayo dito. Nagmumuni-muni, ganyan. Kasi napakaganda ng view natin. Pakita ko sa inyo. Ayan, guys. Super ganda. Super ganda. Ayan, narinig ko pa yung mga ibon. So, simulan naman natin dito sa aking MyFX book. So, as you can see, ang ating total percentage ng gain is 985%.10. So, this is kind of like aggressive performance. And as you can see naman sa ating drawdown, ang ating maximum drawdown was actually 75% and nag-incur to this October. I had a very big mistake itong recently na nagkaroon ng drop si gold and meron ako mga entries ng buy na actually meant yun for swing trade. However, medyo na-scam tayo ng market doon kasi akala ko pullback na. Kasi I was looking at the 4-hour time frame na swing low and swing high. I'm using the Fibonacci retracement. And we thought na ire-respect ng market yung Fibonacci retracement. However, hindi. Binasag niya pa rin yun at binasag yung maraming support ng gold. And I believe hindi lang naman siguro ako mga nagkaroon ng mga malaking losses doon. Kasi, syempre, ang normal na gusto natin makita, syempre kung bias natin is buy, makita lang natin kung saan siya magko-correct, kung saan siya magkakaroon ng pullback or retracement. However, hindi ganun yung nangyari. That's why nagkaroon ako ng maximum loss of $4,000 plus. May mga $4,500. And na-miscalculate ko itong si MyFX book kasi ang basis niya pala nitong maximum drawdown is naka-base siya hindi dun sa floating na profit but actually hindi siya dun sa equity, naka-base siya sa balance mo. So ngayon kasi nag-withdraw kasi ako. So as you can see, ayan, nag-withdraw tayo ng $2,000 dito just for the sake na mag-ROI na tayo and risk-free na yung account na to. Ngayon, what happened was, ang naging basis niya ng drawdown is yung balance at the equity. Though meron tayong malaking floating profit kasi meron tayong mga naiwan na mga nasa 3,400 na presyo ng gold. So, medyo malaki yung floating profit natin. However, dahil nga doon sa kinlose natin na profit, ay na loss na yun na 4,000 plus, and then yung balance natin is very maliit lang, then yun yung naging reason bakit tayo nagkaroon ng malaking drawdown dito. But honestly guys, meron tayong floating profit actually dyan na hindi niya na-include dito. Hindi niya like na-consider yun. Pero kung sana na-consider niya yun, ay sana maganda-ganda pa yung record. But it's okay. Lesson learned. Siyempre, ngayon lang naman natin natutunan to. So, highest profit was actually $9,000. Right now, we have a total equity of $9,796. So, from $2,000 na kinapital natin dito, which is nag-ROI na tayo, risk-free na, and now we have a total of 9,000. So, itong 9,000 na equity, pwede ba't ka nandyan? So, itong total equity natin to, 9,796. This is a complete amount of, profit na lang to. Okay? So, risk-free money na to. So, kung mawala to, magkaroon akong losses dito, risk-free na yan kasi nakapag-withdraw na ako ng total $2,000 na dineposit ko dyan. So, mawala man yan, wala nang hindi na ganun ka-painful. But, syempre, goal pa rin natin dyan. Syempre, mas mapalaki pa natin yan. And masakit din yun. Syempre, pera na yan. Magiging bato pa, di ba? Wag naman. Pero, syempre, wag niyong tularan yung drawdown nito. Hindi maganda yan. But, magre-reflect talaga sa trading system nyo kung anong type of risk tolerance ang meron ka. Kasi ako, aggressive talaga ako. There are days na talaga na parang, alam mo yung pinipitikan ka talaga ng market na parang, biglang mapapa-overtrade ka, mapapa-overlot size ka, na parang, alam mo namang mali, pero gagawin mo pa din. So, ngayon, because of that attitude na meron ka, yung character na yon na hindi mo mailas-alis sa sarili mo, magre-reflect talaga siya dyan. That is why, ayan, nakikita nyo naman sa aking performance na ang taas nga ng profit ko, ang taas naman ng drawdown ko, diba? Now, kung mas-scroll down tayo, as you can see, for today, ayan, meron tayong almost $100. Nag-trade kasi ako kanina ng BTC. And then this week, we have a total of $2,681 na kinita last week, yeah, from gold. And then this month, ayan, we have a total of 98.53, which is ang liit. And this year, ayan, total of 8,469. And here naman tayo sa monthly analytics natin. Kung mapapansin nyo, August, we're performing very well. September, we're performing much well. And October, kung mapapansin nyo, ayan, 12% na lang, diba? Kasi guys, I realize, ito pala sa, sa my FX book, naka-base naman siya sa equity when it comes to profitability, sa monthly gain. Kasi, hanggat hindi mo siya kinu-close, yung profit mo na yun, hindi siya maka-count as part of your monthly gain. So, you have to close the profit. Hindi siya pwedeng naka-float lang dyan and then ka-count niya sa profitability mo. No. You have to close it para ma-consider siya as part of your monthly gain. So, ganun siya. So, kahit na meron kang floating na how much? May floating ka na $10,000, it won't count. Okay, so you have to close it. So, ayan. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, ang drastic ng drop natin itong October because dahil nga, ayun, nagkaroon tayo ng malaking loss, which is yung $4,500, which is malaki talaga siya. And ito siya. Ayan siya, guys. No, October 17. Masakit siya. And nasundan pa yan, guys. Ayan, no? Meron pa another $1,000 dito no October 20. Kasi nagre-revenge trade na. Pilipin na natin atong ating trade zala for October 2025. As you can see, marami tayong mga green dyan. Marami tayong mga profit. Pero, yung mga losses natin ang lalaki. Which is, ito yung pinakita ko nga sa inyo earlier sa MT5 tsaka sa MyFX book. Ang laki nito. This was actually 15 trades. And the reason for this is, prior that day, kung mapapansin nyo, nag-overtrade na ako, 62 trades. Diba? I was able to recover parang may loss ako during that time. Tinry ko siya i-recover and I was able to recover. That's why, nagkaroon tayo dyan ng $2,240 na profit. However, the next day, because of that bad practice, bad habit na na-form ko that day, ayan, na-apply ko siya the next day and ito yung nangyari, diba? So, hindi ibig sabihin na naging profitable ka through that overtrading the other day, magiging profitable ka na ulit the next day. So, no. So, October 9, ang laki rin ng loss. October 1, medyo malaki rin yung loss. Pero, ayan, nag-accumulate tayo. So, parang ang nangyari dito is, ayan, tignan natin ito. But for the whole October, nagkaroon pa rin naman tayo ng net PNL na nasa 2,800, diba? So, not bad pa rin naman. Even though nagkaroon tayo ng mga malalaking losses, but we were able to recover it and at least, mas malaki pa rin talaga yung naging profit natin. Kasi, it's really normal na we tend to make losses. Ang goal is, syempre, mas malaki pa rin talaga yung profit mo compared with your losses. But, yung ginawa ko na yun, it's a very, very bad practice. So, hindi nyo yung gagayahin. And, syempre, yun yung i-improve natin come next, month, November, December na. Syempre, huwag na tayo mag-overtrade. Kasi akong goal ko lang talaga, daily, dapat less than 10 trades lang talaga. So, pag nag-exceed ako ng 10 trades, parang feeling ko failure ako. Ganon. So, okay pa rin naman yung naging October natin. And then, for our trading signal, ayan. Kasi nire-record ko lahat ng mga trading signal tsaka mga trading ideas na binabato ko sa mga estudyante natin para at least nakikita nila na if you will just simply follow my signal. Kasi ako, even me, syempre, I get emotional then sometimes I nagko-close ako early. But somehow, we were able to generate 5,130 pips and na-SL tayo ng 510 pips. So, in total, we have a total win rate of 90%, which is actually very good. Very, very good win rate, diba? So, ito yung mga naging setup natin na binabato ko sa mga estudyante natin. Ayan, kung mapapansin nyo, October 1, 2, 3, yan, sunod-sunod yan, guys. Daily nire-record ko yan para at least nakikita ko. And yeah, we do have losses, ayan, 50, 100 pips, 30 pips, 30 pips, 50 pips. Just for the sake of alamin ko lang na kung i-follow ko lang sana yung setup ko and hindi ako maging emotional, ito yung magiging resulta. However, yun nga, since tao tayo, we have our emotions, hindi nagre-reflect kung ano yung naging trading setup mo dun sa nagiging result mo, diba? So, lesson dito, tiwala ka lang dapat sa setup mo, huwag mong pagdududahan. But, besides, meron ka namang SL. Kung ma-SL hit ka, ready, okay. Kaya ka nga naglagay ng SL para if in any case na invalidated siya, diba? Pero kung nag-follow lang ako sa lahat ng mga naging setup ko, I could have earned this month 90%. I'm still happy. We ended our October with 12.46%. That's also a good number. So, I hope guys you are also tracking your performance. Kasi it's very important. Para at least, you know exactly kung ano yung mga kailangan mo improve the next month. Kasi dapat buwan-buwan, araw-araw, nag-i-improve tayo.